Alright everybody, today I wanted to talk about some of the features that are built right into the Google website. I'm going to talk specifically today about Google Sky, Google Moon, and Google Mars. Okay. Now this isn't like, it can be worked into Google Earth, but these features you don't even need Google Earth installed for. You can get a lot of really good imagery and information from these sites. Now how do you get there? Well, it's just google.com/sky, and then you'll come to this site. Okay. Now from this site you have these little options down below, and if I click on the first one, it's going to show you our solar system planets, and that's really about all that it does do. If you click on them, nothing happens. It's just imagery. Okay, if I click on home, the next one is constellations, and if I pick on a particular constellation, let's say I pick on Gemini, it's going to take you right to where Gemini is in relation to the other constellations. And then at this time, it'd be really neat. These features over here are filters. The infrared filter is, I'm not sure, I mean, other than the color, I'm not real sure what else you would use it for, but you can tone it down, make it more transparent. You can, same thing with the microwave filter. Okay, but this historical map filter is awfully cool. If you tone it down so you can just sort of see the superimposed image. Here, I'll turn it back up. You can see the Gemini twins right here in this map. If I ease it on down a little bit, you can still see them in relation to where they are in the sky, and you can do that for all these. See, I can just click on through them. Here's Sagittarius. It's pretty neat. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the home button. Okay, anyway, if I click on the Hubble showcase, you'll see a bunch of images, and I can scroll on them for quite a while. See, they just keep on going and going and going. Here's a pretty cool looking object. You see where it pops up in the sky. You get more information on this particular object, where it's located. Learn more about this object. If I click on this, it's going to take me to another website, the Hubble site, and here they talk more in depth about this particular image, different image releases, fast facts, and then related links. So great for research on anything to do with the universe or the solar system, sky in general. It's just a great resource. Alright, so that's the Hubble showcase, and again, if I click on that, it goes on and on and on. So you can definitely pick out some information. If it's something that you're teaching, you probably get some good images of it here in Google Sky. Here's backyard astronomy, same thing. These ones are more specifically numbered portions of the sky or solar systems. I'm going to skip past that because I really don't know much about those. And the same with these. These are mostly imagery that you can check out. All of them are basically the same. Once you click on them, you can find out more about them by clicking on these links, and they take you and give you more information. It's really quite a lot of stuff. Alright, I'm going to go back to the last one, which is also pretty cool, the podcasts. Here, these ones are dated. If I just jump down here somewhere and just say historical eclipse, and here you can see more about what exactly we're talking about. You can scroll it down a little bit, there's not too much more, but here you can see read the full article, which if I click on it, it'll jump into the next web page, Earth and Sky, and you can read all about whatever it is you have there. I'm going to back up a little bit, and let me go back to, let me just pick something else real quick. Let's try that one. And then the other feature in the podcast, it's Earth and Sky podcast, is there actually is a podcast that talks about it. Anyway, neat things if you teach anything to do with space or stars or planets. Really neat features to use in Google Sky. Alright, so let me go back to the home page, not that I need to, just so you also you can move around into more specific areas. You can zoom in and zoom out as well. Okay, now let's skip to up here in the top corner. You see I'm on Sky. If I click on Moon, And up here in the address bar you can see instead of sky it's just moon. So if you typed in google.com/moon, you would come right to this page. This one really has nice features of the Apollo moon landings. Here you can see where they actually landed. There's 12, 14, and so on. There's 11. You can also jump to them from down here. So if I click on the first one, Apollo 11, I can zoom in on the site, and when I zoom in on the site, I can continue to zoom in a little bit more. You can actually see where the lunar lander landed and the position it was in, and you see all of these waypoints marked by the place markers. Okay, so if I really wanted to find out, oh, what would they do out here on this 14th position, you get an image of what it looked like going back towards the lander. I can click to the next point, which would be over here on 15. Same thing, you get an image of what it was that they were looking for. Another nice feature is if you read the Apollo Lunar Surface Journal, and it's on all of these points, you will actually, they have a transcript of what happened during that particular time. You can see the actual conversation that the astronauts had. It's really pretty cool. And then in these brackets, it's a little bit more detailed background information on what exactly the purpose was. So it's really pretty neat information to have. Now, going all the way back to the beginning, the first waypoint, if I go scroll down here a little bit, if I say watch the landing and I click on it, it's actually going to be able to get through the school district filter because it's a QuickTime video. It's not played through YouTube or anything like that. So when you click on it, it should play. I'm going to skip it ahead a little bit. Here, you can see them getting closer and closer to the moon. I'm probably scaring them to death right now. Oh no! And they're on the ground. Okay, I'll play the last few seconds. But anyway, they actually have that. I'm going to close out of that. And let's jump down to the Apollo series. And if let's say I went to Apollo 14 and say zoom in, there's again, you can see that they were around that crater. If I zoom in a little bit, I can probably see where the lander was. Looks like, or maybe I can't see where the lander was on this one. But anyway, if I click on the icon or the first frame, I can go down here and I can watch the landing of that particular mission too, just like the other ones. Alright, so anyway, great place to go for Google Moon as far as finding information about the space missions, the moon landings, the Apollo landings. Alright, I'm going to close out of the moon, and then this time I'm going to go to Mars. Again, I'm just launching it from GoogleSky. If I click on Mars, it's just going to turn into google.com/Mars. So I could actually just type Mars in right here, or sky, or moon, and it'll go to that particular thing. Now this one has already got the elevation or the infrared filter on, so if I shut it off, you get this kind of imagery, but it's actually pretty good. It should clear up. See how it clears right up? This is very good satellite imagery. You can actually get pretty darn close to that great big canyon or crater. There, I just like this one. Alright, so I can click on different regions, and if you knew what region you wanted to jump to, you could click on it. It'll take you right to it. Give you more information about it. If you wanted to do something with the spacecraft, like maybe the Viking 1 lander, you can click to that area. You can actually find out more about it as well. Oops, I jumped out of it real quick there, so I'll just prove my point and go back to moon. Oh, excuse me, I was on Mars. Don't know what I'm doing. Mars. Okay, so I'm going to shut that filter back off again. Go back to, let's do the dunes. Here's sand dunes. If I click on it, it tells you where the exact location is. I can get more information about this image. Not so much on that one, or these more images of it. I think that, well, there's more craters and plains, so basically you can come on here and take a good look at the surface of the moon. Okay, so that's Google Moon, Google Mars, and GoogleSky.